If you feel like you've spent half your life applying for jobs, rewriting your resume a million different times, and still can't land the job, you're not alone.
Okay, breaking it all down in a brand new book. Here it is right here. Clock In. Expert recruiter Emily Durham is here with her no BS advice for getting ahead in your career in today's job market. Emily, it's good to see you again.
Thank you.
And I guess first off, what made you say, like, this needs to be a book?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of really great career advice out there, and there's a lot that's maybe not so fantastic. And what's great about the internet is you have access to so many perspectives and tips, but it can be really convoluted to figure out what to do when and what applies to you and what doesn't. And also it's really hard to kind of filter out some of that noise. So it was really important to me to put a really clear step-by-step practical guide where you know, okay, on Monday I do this, on Tuesday I do this, in a way that wasn't boring, because every time I picked up a business book, I fell asleep. So it's funny and light, and hopefully giving people the chronological support that I know I needed.
And speaking of practicality, I mean, you begin the book with a very important chapter, and that's called Waking Up from the Dream. So why do you think, and oh my goodness, it could also apply to dating too in some ways, why should we dismantle the idea of the dream job?
Yeah, I think the dream job is something that we were fed when we were really young. So we were kids growing up being told, what do you want to do when you grow up? But the reality is we only dream of the jobs that we think we can do and that we know exist. So when we get married to being the doctor or the lawyer or even being the great recruiter, if things aren't feeling right and aren't feeling aligned, it's really easy to get stuck there and think there's something wrong with me. Why am I not getting ahead? It's also really difficult to have a healthy relationship with work, which in my opinion is what you need to actually get paid when you're dreaming of your job. I always say if your job is the most interesting thing about you, Mama, we need to make your life more interesting. Even if your job's cool, your life needs to be cooler. So breaking down that relationship to work is really step one, so we can focus on the practicality of getting you paid.
So, Emily, are these some of the things you've kind of learned along the way in your journey, in your travels, and why you say you wrote this book for your 20-year-old self?
100%. I was and I say was, kind of still am, the world's most anxious employee. Like, it's so easy to get caught in the loop of how can I be better? How can I get ahead? Is everyone else better than me? What am I supposed to be doing? So through kind of working in human resources and seeing how people made hiring decisions, seeing who got ahead and who didn't, it was pretty clear there was a pattern there. So really just documenting the stuff that's happening behind the curtain that they don't want to tell us, because that would mean they'd have to pay us more.
Okay. All right. You said, you just described, your 20-year-old self. Let's talk about the youngers right now for a second. Do you think social media adds to their anxiety, or does it help? Does it help or hinder their job search and just maybe their ideals, their job ideals?
Yeah, I think it's such a complicated answer. I think part of it is so valuable. There's access to information, tips and tricks. Getting to know what companies are doing layoffs and are growing is so powerful. But to be honest, if you're already job hunting, knowing that it's taking an average of 6 to 8 months to get a job, opening up TikTok every day to see another layoff, another set of bad news, it's really heavy. There's also the comparison of, oh my gosh, Susie just got promoted, engaged, and bought a house this week.
Right.
I haven't even gotten a first round interview. So it is a powerful thing. And that's why I think books like this are so important, so that we're able to kind of step away when it's starting to get too heavy on there.
Yeah. Okay, for somebody watching right now and maybe they feel completely stuck, underpaid, burnt out, what's your best piece of advice?
Yeah, recognize that all of the things you're feeling often aren't your fault. You are, I joke, kind of like the victim of the system a little bit. If you're feeling overworked and underpaid, it's because that's exactly what work is designed to do. And we just need to figure out how to play the game strategically so you can stop losing your mind while having that pocketbook grow.
Okay. I mentioned the youngers. I want to move up a bit. I want to move to another demo. People, maybe the Gen Xers who want to pivot in their careers, who want to make a bit of a transition, but social media intimidates them a little bit. What is your best advice for someone who's looking to change course?
Yeah, I think there's this misconception that we need to go back to school and totally reinvent ourselves. And I really don't think that's good advice anymore. Really focus on what isn't working in the career you have right now. What are the things that drain you? What are the things that fill you up? And I guarantee you are your worst critic here. You probably have the transferable skills that you need to get to that next place. You just need to know how to update that resume, how to sell yourself when you're speaking to people. So my long story short is, don't sell yourself short because you're transitioning. Make that your superpower. You might be an incredible teacher moving into marketing. Your ability to synthesize information to people because of your teaching experience, that's your superpower. So let's talk about it like it's one.
All right. Well, Emily's new book, Clock In, is available actually in the next couple of days, May 19th.
May 19th, she's coming up.
All right. Well, congratulations on that. And thank you for coming by with some great advice.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
You bet.